Hey guys, so today I'm going to be filming my birth plan / why we decided to have a scheduled C-section. So many of you guys were asking for this video and I honestly filmed it twice already. This is my third time and hopefully my last. I think I'm just going to put this up regardless of what comes out because I can't film it again. I've filmed it, deleted it, filmed it, deleted it, and this is my third time. So I'm just going to put this up. But basically I was a little nervous because I felt like I would get a lot of negative feedback, but I figured there has to be somebody out there that kind of is going through the same mentality that we went through, so hopefully it could help somebody. And some of you guys were generally interested in why we decided to have a scheduled C-section. So here is our birth plan and why we decided on a C-section. So just to give you guys a little bit of background information with our first daughter, Aria, she was born December 24th, 2012, and we decided to have a scheduled C-section. At that point, we literally went through basically all of our options. And the funny part about this is that when we first started thinking about our birth and what we wanted, we saw the documentary, I think it's called The Business of Being Born, and we started off at the completely opposite side of the spectrum. We wanted a completely natural birth at home, in the pool, in the tub, or at a birthing center. We found a facility and everything, and as my husband and I talked more about it, we decided that that really wasn't for us, and we started looking at different options. We looked at all the people that we personally knew that had given birth, his mom, my mom, our friends, our co-workers, just anybody that we personally knew that had given birth. And out of everybody, I think we only knew one person that actually went into it wanting a natural vaginal delivery and ended up with that vaginal delivery. And that one person had a very, very bad experience to the point that they don't want any more kids because their experience was so negative. So I know this is not the case for everybody. However, we just looked at the people that we knew personally and they all ended up in emergency C-section. So we kind of figured you went through 26 hours of labor, ended up in an emergency C-section anyway. So you went through all this work and trouble, ended up with a C-section, and then it creates a bad experience because it's not calm and scheduled. It's kind of just rushing, and I don't even think he's allowed to be in the room if it's an emergency C-section just because so many things could go wrong, and which is terrible because now your baby's being born and you're not even present. So all of these things kind of went through our head and we were really pushing for having a scheduled C-section. Then I, being a first-time mom, I was basically freaking out about everything. I thought maybe this can go wrong and this can go wrong, and I actually had two friends where during labor the baby poops, which this happens pretty frequently. I feel like I've heard these stories often, and usually the baby comes out and they just go immediately to ICU, they pump their stomach and the babies are okay. But there are some cases where the baby basically eats the poop and it does create long-term negative effects on the brain. So I was completely terrified about that. For some reason that kind of got implanted in my head and I was really, really kind of just freaking out about that. And just the overall fear of having a vaginal delivery. And I'm just being honest, it sounds selfish and it sounds bad, but that's the honest truth. It wasn't the number one reason why, but it was part of it. And we did ask our doctor, because we had heard from parents that had vaginal deliveries that everything goes back to normal and everything's perfect, but my doctor was like, no, it just never goes back to normal, it's not possible, it doesn't. So just all of those factors really did play into why we decided to go for a scheduled C-section. There were a couple of other reasons here and there, but these were the three main reasons why we did. And to be quite honest, from us, it was the best decision. I had an amazing birth story. I love the footage that we have. Everything was so calm. I had my makeup done, my hair done. I walked into the hospital. I knew it was going to happen, when it was going to happen. It was really calm for me, for my husband, for the baby. Nothing went wrong. It was absolutely perfect. The recovery, which is what I think that most people are scared about. For me, I think I was mentally so positive about the whole experience that the recovery was nothing. Delivered Aria at 9:30 in the morning or 10 in the morning, and that same day, I think around 1 p.m. I was walking around the room. The next day I was walking around the hospital. I was perfectly fine. We got discharged, I believe, the 4th day, and we went to Starbucks to have coffee, and then we went to Einstein Bagels, and then we went home. I was perfectly fine. I honestly recovered very, very fast, and I had an amazing experience. And I was scared that I was going to regret it, but I was so happy with the outcome. It was really just positive, and it was the right decision for us. Now, I know it's not the decision for everybody, and I definitely support all the moms out there that want to do it completely natural, without epidural, without anything. That's amazing, and I definitely support you guys. For us, this was honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better birth experience. So of course, this time around, a lot of you were asking if I was gonna have a VBAC. I kind of thought about it just to have that experience, but again, it was such a positive and perfect experience the first time around that I don't want to mess with it. I've already been through it. I know the pros and cons, and I feel like let's not mess our perfect system, basically. Again, I know that every surgery is going to be different, that this might not be as perfect as the first one, but it just went so great and so positive the first time that we just want to do the exact same thing. So we are having our scheduled C-section for July 1st of 2014. So that is only like 11 days away now. I think it's 13 days away, if I'm calculating correctly. So in 13 days, we're gonna have our scheduled C-section. And I'm thinking of filming literally the entire process from when you go into the hospital and when we leave. So you guys kind of get a feel of how you would experience a C-section. I did film Aria's birth and our C-section story, our labor and delivery story, and I'll link them down below just so you can hear me fresh out of surgery and you can see how everything happened. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, I don't know what else to include here, so just leave them down below and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Just please be kind. Don't write mean comments. In my past videos where I talk about C-sections, there's been really kind of just mean comments about being a serious surgery and just being a bad choice, and you know, this is just what works for us. It worked for us. It was an amazing experience for me. I do not regret it, not one bit. It was amazing, and I just ask you guys to just be kind and not be mean, and that's it, guys. So see you guys in my next video. Bye.